Hi everyone, you're at the Multigreen channel, and this is a new long-awaited review of the Denzel RUSH 4 electric bike. I believe it is strong enough to shake the market in its price segment. Why am I so sure? Let's figure it out. Most likely the very first question that comes up to your mind: what's the price? For now, if you want to buy Denzel RUSH 4 and get it delivered to Russia, it will cost you from 240,000 to 320,000 rubles. The wide range of configurations is the reason for such difference in prices. Any of such bikes can be equipped according to a customer requirements. It is possible that the above-mentioned prices can be changed not only due to rate of exchange, but also because of the delivery price that has grown up since the beginning of 2021. So, as soon as I found out everything about these kind of bikes and studied today's market of similar ones, I decided to buy this couple. The first, green one, was a basic configuration, and the second, black one, was fully configured at the level that was possible by the time of purchasing. Before we look at the motor, I'd like to notice that I know like no one else that a manufacturer must listen to a customer, fix defects, and should offer ideas of improving and tuning of a product. And as for this manufacturer, Denzel is an immigrant from Russia. He launched the company in China. He knows exactly what Russians need. He quickly responds to all the feedbacks. It's been changed a lot of things from the day I ordered bikes. Now you can purchase any kind of them with a cool stickers, with a new informative and stylish control panel. And those who like to explore muddy locations can now buy bikes with aggressive tires. Also, bikes are equipped with new diode lights, pillion footrest sensor, 3 kinds of motors, and 2 kinds of gearboxes. The first one is a 4-speed manual gearbox, the second one is 2-speed planetary gearbox. And now let's look at all this more closely. My green bike, which is in a basic configuration, can't be called a big full-sized motorcycle, but it's actually a 2-seater electric bike with a trunk space and a seat height of 85 centimeters from the ground. The bike has a good road clearance and a soft suspension. As for the motor, it is a Denzel D9000 with indicated power of 3 kilowatts and a momentary output of 9 kilowatts. A battery capacity of 50 ampere-hours and 72 volts, consists of 21,700 elements and smart BMS with 100 amperes. The battery's energy capacity is 3.6 kilowatt-hours. Let's compare these characteristics to the most worldwide spread electric bike Surron X. Basically, it has a battery with a capacity of 31 ampere-hours and 60 volts. So we have 1.9 kilowatt-hours versus 3.6 kilowatt-hours of energy ratio. And here we're talking about the battery of the minimum power. But you can choose a little more expensive battery of 60 ampere-hours and 72 volts with smart BMS of 200 amperes. This kind of battery is able to generate capacity up to 15 kilowatts. Also, the company has a deco controller with the programmable characteristics up to 270 amperes, and this unit allows to easily unlock all the potential if needed. The manufacturer delivers a tuning cable which allows us to change lots of parameters. The most important thing about this is to know exactly what to do. This bike has an integrated 10 ampere waterproof charger. It's located right under the seat. It means that during long distance trip, you should have only this cable with you, which is connected here, at the left side of the bike. And at the right side there is a connector for an external charger, if you need to charge faster. An internal charger needs 5 hours to charge a totally low battery, and as a result, you can drive 120 kilometers with a 50 ampere-hour battery and 150 kilometers with a stronger one. And this is not the limit. There is a trunk, which allows to set an additional battery and hang bags to the sides. The bike is equipped with all the necessary lights for safe driving on public roads: running lights, LED headlamp, turn signals, brake lights. As you know, according to driver's license of a category M moped, it's not necessary to register a bike if its motor power is less than 4 kilowatts and maximum speed 50 kilometers per hour. So if you want to have no more than just a moped, the manufacturer can set a bike's controller the way it will reduce a motor's power and set a limit to maximum speed. And information about these changes will be written in a service book. Also, right here there is an Eco and Sport mode switcher. When you choose Eco, a bike is a moped and meets all the necessary requirements. But if you choose Sport, your bike is a powerful motorcycle. The bike has strong brakes, and that means not only a good hydraulic system. There are sensors on a handle and a foot lever. Besides, the controller lets you to set a recuperation rate due to the pressure force. In other words, it is possible to slow down by a rear wheel only using the motor. Slightly pulling a handle and pulling it deeper, we activate the hydraulic system on the front wheel. When you're on the road, it gives you a possibility to slow down using both wheels, recharging the battery while braking. The bike is not a small one, and it has 16 and 19 inches wheels, but the size of a universal delivered tire, 120 by 90/16, means that the real diameter of the wheel is 62 centimeters. It's not 58, as we can find on pit bikes with a rim of the same diameter. Even a bike of a basic configuration has an alarm system and a couple of key fobs. As you can understand, this bike was created on the basis of an ICE motorcycle. In other words, the bike is a conversion in ICE into an electric bike, but on a factory and by hands of professionals. That creates a new affordable bike with familiar shape, and it's better than competitors in the motor power and in the driving distance. In case that a basic configuration is boring for you, watch a video review by Stolz from Pyatigorsk, where he tells about a Motor GB200 with a gearbox. I'll drop the link below my video. Stolz disassembled this engine to show what's inside of it. He also told about compatibility of parts. Then he put the motor on a cross motorbike frame and tested it in all possible conditions. And right this kind of engine I have in my black bike with advanced configuration. Only after Stolz sent a remark about inconvenient placing of air inlet, the manufacturer responded promptly, and now the nozzle is located at another place. My black bike is equipped with a front fork DNM 200S with an air inflation, settings of preloading and bouncing. As for me, it is highly recommended to buy this one. When ordering a bike, you can also replace the rear shock absorber by the DNM MKAR. So now I think it's time to show what bikes can do on the road. Firstly, I'll do what the most of you want to see. Compare this one to Suron X. At the first sight, both bikes seem to be the same sizes, but Denzel RUSH 4 is actually longer and has a more massive rear wheel, wherein Suron has 19 inches wheels, a front and rear ones. I already mentioned above about the size of the tires. The height of the Suron seat is 80 centimeters versus 85 of Denzel's. And the road clearance is 30 centimeters versus 35 of Denzel's. The second most common request is to compare acceleration dynamics and maximum speed of these bikes. And regardless the results we will get, I'd like to notice in advance that Suron X is a fine trail bike that lets to do drops even if you are a newbie. And remember that these two bikes are not competitors. They are made for different purposes and they differ in weight. The road traffic is heavy today. I hope the shooting will be successful. 1, 2, 3, let's go! Suron started badly. Alexander later said that the front wheel raised up right from the start because of a short base and the light weight, and its maximum speed on the 58 traction sprocket was only 60 km per hour. RUSH 4 can speed up to this point approximately in 5 seconds. His speedometer showed the highest speed of 98 km per hour, but I think I could set the wrong reduction parameters in the controller, so the real speed was about 90 km per hour. I don't quite get it. Suron should at least from the start gain the lead on the traction sprocket, in spite of the fact that it's weaker at the maximum speed. But apparently the motor power is something to reckon with. If Denzel has 9 kilowatts, Suron has 5.4 kilowatts. So, I don't know. As for the black one, we will also compare it to Suron, but the black is like a bullet even towards the green one. There's no point to do that. Let's do one thing to avoid suspicions that this one is a fake. Let's start there at the parking, and we will check this out one more time, because I doubt that Suron can't be the first on the traction sprocket. 1, 2, 3. At the second start, Suron loses again. What you can see is shooted by a 360 camera, and it's hard to see a real speed, and it might seem that Sasha holds back on purpose, but that's not what happened. At the third round, Sasha started successfully, while I was more slowly, but RUSH 4 doesn't let Suron to go even 2 meters forward. Guys, today and not for the first time, my assistant in video shooting is my friend Alexander. He got here on his Suron, and again we have fun because he's been easily defeated. First of all, he had to take a road from Mashuk over that mountain, because now I live in the country. And look, his Suron is so dirty, and so he's back. But that's not the point. So Alexander puts his Suron for sale. As you can see, he's riding like an old man. I'll wash it. You will really do it? Well, he'll wash the bike here. Actually, Sasha has done well, keeps his bike in good order, and this Suron is almost like a new one. I'll drop a link to his account. If by the moment this video is posted the bike won't be sold, the link will be there. Otherwise, you will see a word sold. Now guys, we're gonna try to compare the black bike equipped with a 15 kilowatts gearbox to the green one, which as you could see drives almost like Suron, but then overtakes the rival. I think the black one will rid the green bike to pieces. I hope so. 1, 2, 3. As I expected, the start on the second gear lets Rush 4 go forward at once. We have to drive on a highway with a speed limit up to 110 km per hour. But the right lane is usually used as a road exit, and this is the reason why the lane is mostly empty. So we drive along this one. Later Sasha got used to the green bike and asked for one more round, but nothing changed. The result was the same. As you know, I live in Pyatigorsk, and we have a lot of picturesque neighborhoods, hard-to-reach areas, and mountain terrains. That's why I decided to order a bike with a gearbox, because I like light enduro, and to drive in cross-country localities. Factory tires are not the best choice for all of that, but the manufacturer didn't have other ones by the time I made my order. Now I ordered aggressive tires, and they will be delivered soon. Besides, I'm sure that if you ride around our neighborhoods, your bike has to be equipped with a gearbox. That will allow you not to overheat a motor on high slopes. The slope angle is quite good. Literally a week ago, the manufacturer of Denzel bikes presented a brand new 2-speed planetary gearbox for its asynchronous motors. By the way, it's worth mentioned that these motors are not similar to Duyunov's motors. Those ones are made with usual classic windings, but more effective because of square section, and not lanq. Denzel himself recommends to buy bikes equipped with asynchronous motors with no magnets, because such motors have high efficiency, cancelling magnetic sticking. It means that they have freewheeling and can work properly being heated up to 80 degrees Celsius. Magnetic motors don't have such characteristics. Speaking of freewheeling, I'd like to notice that an asynchronous motor is not the only one that has it. A motor with a gearbox has a neutral gear and the usual clutch, like in any ICE. And to get freewheeling, all you have to do is to use one of these methods, a neutral gear or a clutch. By the way, a clutch can be more accustomed to those who used to ride an ICE bike and prefer to control road grip by using a clutch. Also, it lets you to do sharp slingshots when a motor gains momentum. This start, by the way, was done on the first gear with no clutch. Torsion torque in the wheel is incredible, up to 800 Newton per meter, and the sound is like if you are watching a fantastic movie. Let's do it one more time, but now in the second gear and with no clutch as well. As for the energy consumption, at a speed of 40 km per hour on a bike with a direct gear, the consumption is 12 amperes. It's about 950 watts. And the bike with the gearbox at the same speed of 40 km, the consumption is about 15-16 amperes. It's 1200-1300 watts on the third gear. We haven't tested the consumption on other gears. If you want us to do that, leave comments about this. And we will shoot an additional video about the energy consumption according to distance, motors and speed. In my opinion, Denzel RUSH 4 is an affordable electric bike, but thanks to the wide range of configuration, can be perfect for renting such bikes, for daily rides to workplace or even for light enduro. And the more you are interested in these kind of bikes, the more actively this project will develop. If all you know so far is enough and you're already eager to purchase such a bike, you can find the contacts of a dealer in the description of this video. There is no way to buy a bike straight from the manufacturer, but the dealer's prices are the same as on the official website of the company. The only additional cost is the price of delivering to Russia. If you still have questions, in the next video we will answer all the questions you will leave under this video. Remember that if you give thumbs up and leave comments, this helps to promote this video and make sense of our work. So subscribe to the channel, press the bell, repost the video, and you will see how our channel grows and at the same time electric transport also develops. I wish you all the best and green energy. Guys, you ask us why we take so much time to make a new video. Now we have already the 4th attempt to shoot something, and just look at this. You probably understand that in winter, even in a good weather, to shoot anything is... I'm just tired. Every evening I spend about an hour to wash my bike after shooting 10 or 30 seconds of video.